Man. What to say? What to say? Nothing really. Nothing really good to say. It's either you block out the negativity or you endure the negativity. Negativity of your life and how the world is going. The world has always been this evil. It just has been more televised than what it used to be. Things have been shown to light. What is in the darkness shall come to light, they say. But since the light is so bright, there's nothing to really hide. The only thing you can do is just fight. You know what I'm saying? Fight enough to test your might. You might die, but at least you strive for something that you might like. As people are getting massacred, taking out their homes, and people are trying to figure out what they want to wear and what the next shirt are we going to pair with. Should my Balenciaga or my Monclers, right? As fashion becomes the best distraction, we wonder why we don't take affirmative action. But it's getting scary, man. It's getting scary. It's getting scary, man. You know, the people who are so-called our protectors and our leaders are getting more bold with their malicious thought process. Like, we all knew everything was corrupt, right? You know, and to some degree, but now it's in front of our faces, so we may fight or we may flee. But just know, we're fighting for being free. No, okay, my fault. But honestly, bro, it's like a crucial way of thinking when you would, you know, when you're trying to figure out what can you do when there's nothing else to do. That's what Boondog said. Do what you can. Peace and positivity can't go so far. So violence might be the answer, but not for long. I think it's scary how your life can be taken away by a piece of paper that says that this is law. But some things come to a halt. Some things come to a stop. As I gaze amongst the stars, I see how far we truly come. Months ago, was I a man or was I a fish and what I can actually do? Not a human, not a piece. Fleas the cloth from the hands of man. I commend you for the things that you cannot stand. But I write it in my hand because I go for band, but all I know is a distraction from the things that really come. You may be preaching about peace and tranquility, but we know that's not true because everything is so. Damn, I lost it. I lost it. Off the top, dude. Off the top, dude. Off the top, dude. Off the top of the crowd. I got shot. When I was 12 years old. But he told me to tell the cops, but I never stopped. That's my heart. Beat battered. I wish that really actually mattered. But you won't matter until you're in the ground and you're on the street. And then you got your family rehearsing what was his last words. As they put you in their hearse, carrying you to the dirt, 6 feet under, wondering what's worse. The reparations you would have got if you were still here. Or the things that you were supposed to get, but you disappeared. Nevertheless, don't stress. You might be put to the test. But I write this S across my chest as a crest. From the very hope, the patriotic, but it won't stop. What won't stop? What won't stop? What won't stop? Ooh. What won't stop is the supposed people that I call my ops. What's my favorite saying at the end of the day? You bleed as I bleed. You pee as I pee. You poop as I poop. And no matter what, we're never in cahoots. Bars, nigga. Bro, honestly, people always wonder, what does it take for a revolution? In the history books, there was a massacre. Master. Truly disturbed. It wasn't really a massacre that put us. Prometheus, the god that gave the humans fire. But with fire becomes liars and layers and things that cause us to be in despair. What becomes of what is not. Things that become a nuclear bomb. One button can be pushed and millions of lives can be vanished in one thing. So we're scared to revolt when you know your life is only one thing. True meaning can be rehearsed, can be diverse, can be a clerk. That's not it. Things can be taken as a joke. Something seems a hoax. So much propaganda and fake news. How do you become a part of the rules? Not the rules, but the rules. The rules of you understanding that you're here. Nothing more. Being a worker for millions of people. The man that you pray to, the man that you beg to, you pay for them. As you harder, as the word gets harder. Ministers. My things were finished. I know my pension don't come through. My 401k won't be enough to get me out of nice stuck. But I'd rather think that I never could. Because who really gives a fuck when they're all dead for a bunch? Get distracted. A lot of things have been redacted. But hey, one thing will come to the next. Just know you're just a worker, a clerk. But you will never be a mariner because that job is not for you, that's for you. Dang, who's it for? It's for the people that knock on your door asking who you work for. They take you out your house without a piece of paper that says they can come in. But once again, they're not kin. It's like quartering a soldier. It used to be a lot, but now I stand at all as I see men and children and women getting killed because they wasn't. Hoops and ties may fly, but there's some things that you cannot run at. That costs a dime. So many restrictions over my inhibitions and my addictions. But a dictionary won't keep me flaring from things that I cannot see. It's like brushing your teeth with Colgate. They tell you what set you free. Make your teeth nice and white. Make your breath smell nice and tight. Who knows if that's right? No natural minerals in there. Just how we can tell that everything is a lie. But if you start to conspiracize, you go crazy. Not in my eyes. but in their eyes, the internet is a tough place. You could be seen as cringy, corny, or misplaced, or misraced. To please you. To please you. To please you. People say it's mumble. It's mumble. It's good fluff. You can string words together and call it word salad, but people still won't eat it because they're on a diet. A diet of lies. A diet of lies and despise. The things that they didn't realize. Ooh, hold up. I always be reusing that word. Okay, let's stop. But damn, I really just... Everything's a joke, right? So, if everything's a joke, I might as well be the jester. You know? Not the gesture, hand gesture, but the gesture to the king. Because I get to insult them. But not without being free. But you lose the meaning of what was meant to be. Is that our thing? No. But anyway, first video in the bathroom. It has great acoustics. But this won't be a thing usually, but I wanted to do it to see how it looks. No? Okay. My fault. We're figuring it out. You always do. It was great talking to you. What's up? I think that's it. Yeah, you thought I was gonna do some crazy shit. Stupid.